Really hope you don't see my pants. I'm wearing tracksuit pants. I decided to jump in the pool and it was really fun with the family after. We giggled and stuff like that. It definitely wasn't good. I don't think I've had a good New Year's Eve, but I think it's because I don't think anyone has, is what I'm telling myself. Because actually, you know what, I lie. Not last year, the year before was great. Yeah, it was great. But in the most part, like, New Year's is overrated. It's just everyone's trying to have a fun time that just, like, statistically not everyone can. So it was okay, but I know this year I'm gonna hang out with like Skokok and the girlies, and I'm not gonna like have to put up with family. It was definitely an exhausting couple of days, and it wasn't the type where it's like you're exhausted from doing things that you like when I went to Zini with Skokok or Halloween and stuff like that, or just like the month of October. It was not fun for me. I was essentially like babysitting, and like when I'm with family, it's very Cinderella. It's very like she will do all of the work, she will not get any of the credit. I'm the only vegetarian and they don't really give a shit at all. I had chili cheese fries for lunch and supper one day, and then as a snack I was given chips. The second night a cousin did an edible, and as someone who's like smoked a couple times and has friends who smoke, I'm aware of like the weed spectrum, and it's like your first time is you smoke, you don't do an edible. So I said, hey, just smoke, don't do an edible. And then he obviously, and then he did an edible, and that whole night he was freaking the fuck out, and I didn't give a shit. I've decided to just like, and I just like left them to deal with it, like the cousin who gave him the edible, and then my brother to deal with it, because I said not to do it. So why would I clean up the mess of everyone? I was the only one saying don't do it. No one else like supported me, so I was like, okay. I just went to go, and I literally had wine with the wine moms, and we talked about like family, and like we gossiped a little, and then they went to bed and I just sat on the outside. I finally got some peace because I don't think I've ever been alone, because also where all the cousins are sleeping in the TV room and mattresses like 4 in a row next to each other. There's like my cousin's like friend is behind me on New Year's Eve. Like I have my own big room and I have my own mattress, and I'm so used to that. And to like share a bed is a lot. The next day you kind of just keep going. I drank a lot just to keep going. And we swam every single day. That's the thing, is like the pool is there, like I have to. I'm a Pisces, I have to spend every day, even if it's cold, like I have to swim. We played some drinking games, like we got a little close with family, we had some moments, but obviously, you know, with extended family, like there's a balance. Like it's really great if you see each other for a little time over long, but then if you just like overdo it by like one day and you hate each other and you're like, thank fucking god, like I don't want to see you guys, like we just made it. So the last day we had done the family thing, and also like this is the kind of the first time after a couple of years we've all hung out together, and it's clear that like we're not gonna have a fun time all together. Like the aunts are gonna do their own thing and the kids are gonna do the old thing. Back in the day, because I'm also one of the older cousins, so I had to be in the discomfort for like a really long time where it's like I don't want to hang out with the aunties, but the younger cousins do, and like there was a lot of things that I was too old to do, but because everyone else was much younger, I still did. It's so interesting that like now we don't have to like do these things and we could just go out for drinks, because the youngest just turned 18. She's 20, I think she turned 19. So now we can actually finally all go and drink, and we can like not be around like adults, you know. And also the adults don't care to like babysit us and take us places. So we went for like, we woke up one of the days, I think it was the 3rd, we swam, and then we went showered and got ready for drinks, and it was really fun. Unfortunately, like it's not by new people, like it's my brother who I see all the time, and like my one cousin who I see all the time, and then the youngest one who just like turned 19 is like exciting. But like we also did our DMC the first night that I arrived, because there really wasn't much to talk about. But we went to Tiger's Milk. I've never had a good experience and like good service at Tiger's Milk. Like they just never get it right ever. And then we went home, and then my uncle was like, do you guys want to go to like to Monty for like dinner? And I literally came home and collapsed onto the couch. And I think at this point I was PMSing. So I'm beat. Like December had been long. I need to be like relaxing, not like doing all of this. So I came and I like collapsed on the couch and onto the mattress on the floor. And then like I literally just rose back up, and then we went to Monty. It is so interesting, like now living in KZN, realizing that Monty is like a little KZN. Like it's so many Indians, and also like the music is so like old school R&B, because that's everything here. Like all the clubs are doing like Bollywood / old school R&B. Like everywhere you go, it's old school R&B. And then we went for drinks while we waited for like our uncle to finish gambling. And then yeah, they played some fun music. There were some bops, and then we went home and passed out because I had been drinking so much. Like we drank in the pool, we drank at Tigers, and then we drank again, like to finish the bottle at, oh my gosh, we drank at dinner, and then we went for drinks and I drank again. The next day we're going to back home. In the middle of the night, I get my fucking period. And I know this because I get cramps. I get cramps at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep in the next morning. Like I have to wake up. And at first I just ignore it. I blood is pouring out of me. I just ignore it. I'm like, I can't deal with this right now. And then I'm like, fuck, like I have to deal with it like after a while. So like I said, we don't have my luggage and everything is in a separate room with my grandma sleeping. Half of my suitcase is upstairs where my mom is sleeping, and then the other half of my stuff that I need like daily, like I use the downstairs bathroom to brush my teeth, and then the upstairs bathroom to shower. So like my things are like half here and half there. So like if I get dressed, I usually end up like going, this is actually like a champagne problem, but it was like so annoying to like have to go. And like I said, I don't have my own room, so I have to like wait until other people are free. Went into the room next door where my grandmother was sleeping, Nani, and I went to go grab a pad because I keep one in my like tote bag. And then I go and I have my emotional support bottle is there. I reach for it. I turn around quickly to run. This metal bottle falls onto the wooden floor and makes like a clanking noise. I like run. I quickly pick it up and I run out. She just like rustles a little. And then, like I said, now for a bathroom, there is a bathroom in her room, but it's like right there, so she'll see me. So I have to go out of the TV room to like the bathroom that's like outside. Not outside, but like by the kitchen and the lounge and stuff. So like I run across the house into that bathroom. I'm running. I lose my vision. Like my vision goes black. And then I just like fall to my knees in front of what I assume is the toilet, and I just wait for my vision to come back. And then I feel nauseous because, like I said, we drank and we also ate a creamy pasta, and I have diarrhea because that's what happens when I get my period, and I have cramps and I have my period. I have 3 holes. Things want to come out of 3 holes. I go to throw up. Thank goodness nothing comes out. And then I just sit in the toilet and I wait. Like I scroll on my phone, and that's the only thing you can do, especially when you're nauseous. Like you can't take painkillers because I'll just throw up. The best thing to do for period cramps is to sit in the toilet, because it just like, I don't know, like when you're open and pushing to poo, like it does something to your pelvis, and it like opens up and it like relaxes it. So if you've noticed, like when you're on the toilet, your cramps aren't as bad. That's a little hack for you. So yeah, I just wait until the cramps was less bad, and then like I crawl back into the mattress, and then like I'm woken up by everyone making fucking noise. So because no one has consideration for anything as well. Like if you're sleeping in like a public area, they do not give a shit. So if someone wakes up, everyone has to wake up. So they'll just like walk around with their squeaky shoes. They'll talk to each other at normal volume. It was so annoying. But yeah, and then we drove back. I just like suckled on an Energade, a warm Energade, and I slept in the back of the car for most of it. Thankfully I didn't have any cramps or diarrhea. I didn't eat much as well, but yeah, and then we made it home. This is definitely like a character development ass day. The previous hotel was a treat, you know what I mean? It was a vacation. Now it's work, and I don't get paid for work. I'm paying to work, and see how that goes. I didn't really want to do it today, but in terms of the car, I only get the car when my mom is on holiday, and she's a school teacher, so she goes back next week Wednesday. So I came back from Joburg, come over, got my period. I'm so exhausted, but this is the only time. And even if no people come, at least I get recordings of it, and then I'll upload it. The last hotel I got, like, it came with a key card, it came with parking and a gate, Oh my god. Yeah, I'm in town. I'm in Durban, main road Durban town. You can hear it, I'm sure. There I was by Florida. I wanted like fancy and close. It was 600 rand. I need to remember this moment so that when I get rich and famous, I get to stay in hotels that have like key cards and bathrooms that like don't smell. It's not stinky or dirty, it's just like a mildew. I saw a bug, guys. There was a bug and it climbed into the microwave. I was expecting not like that, you know, and I was expecting more than a bar of soap. Like it's just one bar of soap. And yeah, there's definitely like a moist smell in here. Behind this door is a balcony, but it's a connected balcony. This is it. Look at that fuck ass light. I saw a second bug. What else? Hopefully it gets quiet at night, but whatever. I'm gonna drink a whole bottle of wine anyways and pass out, so slay. Yeah, cheers. Maybe in February we can get like the Moscato, but now we're back to like the 50 rand, 12% wine. But if I Uber, it'll be cheaper than getting a drink, a glass of wine there. A glass of wine was 45 rand, and Uber there and back is 20. Uber there is 20 rand, and so it's 40 rand. So I snuck in some. I'm gonna buy a bottle of water though. I don't have enough water, and I don't want to be dehydrated. And I'm not gonna drink the tap water. So anywhere that has a bottle of water, I'm gonna buy. The dream is to get paid for stand-up one day, but for now we're paid for stand-up. Killed so many bugs. There's so many bug carcasses all over here. Like, I really hope they can't like climb up onto the bed because then I'm finished. Like, I just had to do it because this was the only opportunity, and it ended up working out beautifully. The audience was amazing. It was such a great experience for me, and I got to see Robbie Collins. I got to see stand up, like real stand up for the first time. Mind you, he's working on it. It's like, you know, he gave the amount of effort that we paid for. But it was funny. It was a good experience. I love my life. I got a lift home. Thank God, she was so sweet. I was gonna Uber back, but she lifted me home. I made it back. I'm locked in my room. It was very nice and quiet and empty, and it's quiet. I'm the only one making noise, which is good because some people complained that, like, you know, people were getting escorts around this time. Who knows, maybe later because it's only 11:30, but it's a Wednesday and everyone's broke in January, so I don't think that. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. I just need to document this so that when I become a famous stand-up, this will play. This will play before like my special. No, we'll see. I'm gonna get drunk. The actress revealed that she's been journaling every morning for the past. I'm feeling better because I haven't seen any bugs for a minute since I put the aircon on. So I guess that's the trick. If you're in a hotel, put on that aircon, diva. But yeah, I haven't seen a bug. There is a bug crawling around the toilet. The shower, which is fine because the shower is closed and I'm not gonna go shower tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up. I'm getting the fuck out of this hotel. That's crazy. I'm getting the fuck out of this hotel. I decided tomorrow I have like this pie, this like spinach and feta pie that I was gonna have for breakfast. I'm gonna warm it in the microwave, but I was like, you know what? It's been a day. It has been a day. I'm gonna go to the Wimpy. I'm gonna treat myself to some flapjacks and a Wimpy coffee. Yeah, I deserve that. And I'm gonna sit and relax and sit in like a semi-clean place. But yeah, because like I can't have another meal in this room because it stank up the room, and like it was soggy because it was like in the thing, and the bread got all soggy, and it wasn't a good meal. And even for lunch, like I didn't have a good meal. But yeah, I can't wait to get home and get my life together. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life, seriously. Alright, I'm gonna keep my lights on because I think that helps with the bugs. And I saw a bug crawling up the wall, like crawling from the
from the microwave to the TV. That's the thing, it's like the last hotel didn't have a microwave. This one has a microwave, but then it has bugs. Not gonna make anything in the cups. The only cups I'm using is like, yeah, shame. I'm using one for agarbatti. I'm using one for my wine. I just want to sleep, but I just can't fall asleep. Good morning. Oh my god, I thought that was a bug. I tried to keep it like nonchalant, but I was genuinely scared that was a bug. I can't wait to get the fuck out of this hotel room. I slept like shit. I slept like absolute dog shit ass. It got really loud. I thought it was only, it got loud and then it got quiet for a bit, I will say. But around like 5:30, like people were hooting, people were speeding, like because I'm right on the road. I don't know if it's just this room, because I mean this room is like facing the road, but I think like the whole building is annexed to the road, you know. I need to get a job by April so that the next time I do this, or I need to make friends, I don't have to sleep in this fuck ass hotel room. Shame, she was like drunk. I love drunk women. She was like, she held me to like mic control, but she did a good job. But I think she complimented me first, and then she said mic control, which is true. I need to practice with the mic, like I need to practice holding a mic like right like this. Really, 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 really anxious. I was diabolically anxious, but to be fair, it's because like I hadn't practiced it well enough, and I thought I didn't want to do today. Like I said so million times, I wasn't ready for today, but it needed to happen. Like you gotta do what you gotta do, because I don't know, there's a bigger, the way that I met people, I got to see Robbie Collins, I wasn't like expected to happen. There's the bigger plan that I'm not aware of. I arrived early because Tibbs is really sweet. He's like, do you want to come early and practice with a mic? I think I'm also socially exhausted. Like I'm a very awkward person. I think I say this a lot in my videos, but I'm not happy with how awkward I was. I wasn't rude, but I was so shy and so small. But like I engaged. I did what I can. I did what I could. I just arrived and I just sat there like by myself. Thankfully, like Skokuk was like letting me like spam her with messages, which I do often when I go to places by myself that she can't come with. And people start pouring in. One of them tells me to come join them in the comedy corner. Because I remember when I arrived, I sat with my friends and all of the comedians were in this corner where there's like no fancy seats because, well, it's for free. We didn't pay, you know, to enter. Got moved up. I was 6th last time. And then I think I was 4th this time. Honestly, I think I will get pushed like lower next time I go. But I'm really happy with where I was placed because I kind of deserved it. The first time that I went was better than quite a few of them. The sooner I get it done, the sooner I can start drinking. When I was doing like warm-ups, I was like, brrr. Just made eye contact going. It's so embarrassing. I went and I did it. The first joke bombed. Actually, the first joke was good, and the second joke, it was nothing. It was silence. And then I went to the next joke. I'm not just telling you what it is because I will be using it again, but because the second joke was so bad, the third joke got a bigger laugh because of how bad the previous joke was. And I think I won everyone over a little bit. It was great laughs. It was great. The audience was so great the second time. It was such a privilege to see real stand-up. I've never seen stand-up in real life. I've watched so many shows about it, and I've watched shows of stand-up, but I've never seen stand-up live. And my first like seeing a comedian live being after I performed on that same stage is so surreal and so fucking random. Like, why is my life so fucking random? But it was such an honor, and like I could die, honestly. Like after this, like I'm hesitant to go back because it's like I could get more laughs from my jokes, but the experience could never be as good as that. Like I said, the comedians were so sweet and nice and welcoming. I got to see a real comedian, a seasoned award-winning one for free. I got to perform and get great laughs. There's nothing more I could want from that experience, to be honest. So yeah, then I got home and I was so nervous and exhausted before. I came home and was done. Home to the shitty ass hotel, by the way. I was elated, like, you know, the high that you get
there is a high. That's why people still do this. That's why they do this scary stand-up, because there is this high after. It was crazy because it wasn't just the stand-up. It was getting to watch stand-up, and it was getting to meet everyone, and it was just like that is my fucking life. The whole world just got bigger because my world was this big, and then I decided to do something else, and my world got so much bigger, and I met new people, and like so many more ideas, and like what the fuck. I'm really grateful to have done this alone, because including without a boyfriend, because let's say if I did have a boyfriend, he would drive me there and back. I would have sat with him instead of talking with the comedians. I would have not gotten, like, granted the lift home was like a favor, but like I wouldn't have had that time with her, and we didn't get to like chit chat and like giggle and meet new people and make new like personal connections. Like I would just be with this one person, and like I would just go home, and like even the hotel, like it was so, I mean, the bugs, you know, the bugs and the safety scare, and like being the one to carry my bags up and down and like talk to the security, like I wouldn't have done a lot of these things if I came with someone. And I'm really grateful to have experienced everything without someone like there, you know, like to get into the hotel room by myself, to just sit with myself and experience it. It's mine, it's my experience, you know. I was just, yeah, I was so grateful to be single and to have none of my friends come, because like I said, I would have been with them and I would have spoken only to them. And like, I don't know, I like to have my own life. I love to have my friends. I love to have my friends do 90% of the things with me, but I'm really grateful that whether I have friends or not, it doesn't dictate whether I go. I had befriended Zaza in December. She's a businesswoman. She owns Lux Loft Korean skincare. She's doing this like Pilates skincare masterclass thing, which is like a thing that you kind of see on social media. I remember like Cotton On did one. Free ticket in exchange for promoting, which like slay, because if I did go, I was going to promote it anyways. So it was one to promote before and one to promote after. It's a really fun influencer moment. It's so fun and so girly. I met new friends. It was really fun. This is the first year, well, I guess last year was the same, where like I didn't know what was going to happen. Like in school, you're like, okay, then it's the term. With uni, you know, it's the semester. With work, it's like, okay, leave is over. I had nothing secured job-wise. I'm just like, what the fuck is this year gonna be? And I did a tarot reading. I did do one at the beginning of 2025, which said sorrow and grief. Every sorrow and grief card you could get in a tarot reading, I got. It wasn't even like a fun like tower, which is such a crazy thing to say, but it was just like, it's sorrow, babes. It's sorrow. And as you know from 2025, it was sorrow and grief. No friend group, no job, got a show cancelled, got a trip was ass. It was a lot of sorrow and grief. So even if I don't, and I remember I did that reading in the beginning of last year, and I was like, no, it's gonna be a good year. I'm gonna make it a good year. I don't give a shit. And then I completely forgot about it. And then towards the end of last year, I read my journal and I was like, wait. And then I read that I did that reading at the beginning of the year, and I was like, fuck, it was right, even if I wanted it not to be. So I was like, okay, I have to do the reading for this year, and I can like just prepare myself. It was good. And like I said, Saturn leaving Pisces was a huge thing, and it was just a really good reading. And to be fair, I do want to credit myself, because last year I made really good decisions with the grief and the sorrow. I took everything on the chin and I made the adjustments necessary. I got back up when you're supposed to get back up. I left things behind when you're supposed to leave things behind. I reposted this TikTok, which is like, you can't wish for a better life and then hold on to the small things. I had those friends and I tolerated their friendship. I probably wouldn't have like gotten close with Skokok, and Skokok and I are on the same wavelength in terms of creating in our career and our mental health and our outlook on hating men. And we're just like, we're very, even with stand-up, I wouldn't have gone to the open mics if I hadn't decided like, if the show was over, it's not over. I decided to go again. I decided to start from scratch. I decided to keep going. And it was embarrassing to post it being cancelled. And it was embarrassing to post that I'm doing it again. Please come this time. But, you know, a lot, like, even though I said I have a lot in control, like, you have more in control than you think, but it's not in the way that you think. You know, it's not like I'm going to have a great day. It's I'm gonna have a great day despite all of this. I'm gonna do this despite all of this. I want to be in a relationship this year. I think it is happening because the card said so.